As you know, books are a collection of written or printed used pages using with an incident or a fact that can be preserved and kept safe for a time, immemorial in a writing form. These books play an extremely important role in enriching the knowledge during the lifetime of a human being. As there are different types of books, if men choose the right books and study them, the books serve like a true friend and always guiding individuals. Also, these books are like friends who never ask for anything and in return always increase our knowledge in turn. Books are available in different languages and different subjects, be it Lalit Kala or science. Topics falling under Lalit Kala, like Nritya, are generally ones in which vocal knowledge is extremely important. However, the knowledge imparted in the oral traditions is written down and preserved, due to which it becomes a lot easier to understand the words and their pronunciations of the different bandish even in future ages. India is a country of various cultures and traditions, and in this country with such a rich cultural heritage, there are numerous popular and known dance styles which can be principally divided into two types, that is the folk dances and the classical dance, and also the contemporary dance, creative dance, that is in vogue since last maybe 30 years. Folk dances covers multiple dance forms performed across the different states of India, while the classical dances can be further divided into main 8 types. The northern Indian classical dance style Kathak is one of the 8 types of classical dances, as you know very well. In this dance, Nritta as well as Bhava, that is Nritya, are principal, thus making the literature for this dance extremely vast. Due to this, information about Kathak can also be found in books on other topics. Thus, history of the dance can be got from books on history in general, or the cultural history. From the drawings and paintings, we get information on the different mudras of the dance, the costumes of the dance, the musical accompaniment of the dance, and while from poetry and literature, we get information on the literature about the dance, the images of the gods and goddesses, and so many subjects. In this way, the books relating to and describing Kathak can be classified into different branches, which help to understand the different topics and aspects of these dance. As we are looking Vedas, Puranas, Granth, based on academic syllabus, investigative books and contextual granths. These are all the books or literature, and taking help from all these different types of books, we can choose appropriate syllables according to our requirement in class and find solutions for our queries. The word Veda has its roots in Ved, to which a suffix Gyan is joined, and its meaning is knowledge. Thus, the meaning of the word Veda is the stack of knowledge or collection of knowledge. The knowledge obtained by the ancient seers and the real knowledge of the Indian culture can be obtained only from the Vedas and the Vedic literature. In the ancient times, the names of different objects as well as the action of men are obtained from the Veda itself. In the Vedas, along with information on different topics, there are also descriptions of various arts in multiple places, including discussion on Nritya. For instance, in Rig Veda, one of the compositions draws similarities between Usha and a dancer, while there is discussion on dance and musical instruments in yet another composition. Similarly, in the Purushukta or of the Vajaseneya Samhita of Yajurveda, there is a mention of the people of Sailush caste being the organizers of Natak professionally. Apart from Rig Veda, the Atharva Veda also mentions song and dance in one of its compositions in Prithivasukti. The Yajurveda also mentions the Vanshanatrin as a profession, which means a person who dances on bamboo. Apart from this, the Samaveda is considered to be the origin of music. In this way, Brahma compiled the knowledge of text, song, acting and rasa in the four Vedas and compiled the fifth Veda in the form of Natya Veda, which not only talks about Natya but also about singing, playing instruments and dance, thus becoming an extremely important compilation for all the three. The Granthas or the volumes of the Vaidikottar age like the Ashtadhyayi, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Arthashastra, Puranas, Mahabhashya, the books of the Jain and Buddhist as well as Kama Sutra, all of which mention dance in one or the other way. In Purana, the Puranas are complete dictionary of Indian culture. It talks about subjects like religion, spirituality, history, science, arts, etc. Among the 18 Puranas, the Harivamsha Purana, Vishnu Dharmottar Purana, Brahma Purana, Vishnu Purana, Padma Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Kalika Purana, Shiva Purana, etc. talk about dance. And especially the Vishnu Dharmottar gives the total detail of performing arts and dance. In the Grantha, that is the Natya Shastra area, Natya Shastra is a famous Grantha written by Acharya of Natya, Nritta and music, that is the Acharya Bharata. Apart from Natya Shastra, there is Abhinava Bharati written by Abhinava Gupta, Dasharupaka by Dhananjaya, Bhava Prakashana of Shardatanaya, Abhinaya Darpan by Nandikeshwara, Kavya Prakasha by Mamata, Nritya Dhyaya by Ashokamalla, Sangeet Ratnakar of Sharangadeva, Nritya Ratna Kosh by Kumbharana, Natya Darpan by Ramachandra Gunachandra, Aloka Vritti written by Dhanika, Nartar Nirnay written by Pundarika Vithala, Rupa Vilasa by Rupa Shashi, Pratapa Rudra Shobhanushana by Pratapa Shahi, Sringara Prakash by Sringar Prakash, Saraswati Karana Bharana, Sahitya Darpana, Rasana Vasudhakara, etc. are not only useful for Natya but also discuss dance and are huge well of knowledge. Granthas like Madhunul, Musiki, Anupa Sangeeta Ratnakara, Anupa Sangeeta Vilasa, Anupa Sangeeta Tala Kusha have chapters related to dance, discussing it from Bhava Manjari. There are also other similar useful granthas like Anupa Sangeeta Vinoda, Nartana Sarvaswam, written by Raja Chakradhar Singh, Muraj Varna Pushpakara Talatyodnidhi, Radha Govind Sangeet Samaysar, written by Savai Mansingh. And books, also there are many books written and used in the academic syllabus. The books based on academic syllabus include books which provide limited information for levels of secondary, higher secondary, university, or specific to particular examinations. And also these books provide the contemporary knowledge of dance. Sometimes they are very interesting and throw great light on understanding of the dance style. And there are a whole lot of books which are, we have given the list here on the dances of India, history, perspective, and the dance vocabulary of Indian classical dance of Mandakranta Bose is one of the outstanding author of this age, and so many books on Kathak by different authors. In this way, all these books provide information useful from understanding and study point of view. The study of the Sanskrit texts and these books enhance your knowledge and understanding of the dance. Then there are what we call investigative books, in which the writer talks about an important topic and compiles all available information on it, and then presents his or her own analysis based on his or her investigation, thus expressing the opinion. In the area of Kathak, a few of them are like tabla music with Kathak dance, and Angakavya by Pandit Birju Maharaj, Raigar Kot in Indian music, elements of Nritya in Purana, and so many books, list are more than 15-20 books are given. It's by the experts of dance and experts of theory of dance. And then there are reference or contextual or what is called Sandarbha Grantha. This can be said to be those books which talk about the particular topic of our interest, but are not entirely based on that topic. There so many books of them. Dance in Thumri in Dance by Prajesh Banerjee, and Classical Indian Dance in Literature and Arts by Kapila Vatsyayan, Readings on Music and Dance by Gauri Kuppuswamy, Nritya Sumangali Devadasi Tradition by Saskia Karenbaum, and Kathak by Shovana Narayan, Apsaras by M.N. Varadapande, and so many books are written which one can refer and enhance the knowledge of the subject and acquire and deeper understanding. Kathak in Raigar Darbar and Tantra Mantra Yantra of Professor Ranjana Srivastav. Each one of these books takes you to an area of knowledge which will challenge you and your work. In Kathak, the literature is an indispensable part of its bhava, that is Abhinay Paksha. This is one dance style that brings together the pure Nritta and Nritya as well as Abhinaya. Abhinaya forms the principal part here. In the old traditions of Kathak, a literary portion is taken and its words are pondered over the entire night. This bhav is expressed by the senior gurus, in which the dancer expresses the serious bhava with his or her abhinay. The literature for Kathak can be divided into two, devotional and finery or beauty. The literary creations written under both the part is expressed by our expressions and acting. Also, there are special texts of Kathak kavits and Kathak bandishes, but also there are many poetic texts and poems which may not just classify as Kathak, but all the dancers are using poetry and verses and literature from all over the world with different subjects. So, your knowledge and reading of poetry, of literature, of all subjects will ultimately help you in creating your dance. Just like a poet expresses his thoughts through the poetry, and a reader reading the poetry can feel those bhava and emotions in his mind, a dancer expresses the bhava of the pada, chand, savaiya, dohe, bhajan, ghazal, thumri, ashtapadi, chaupai, dadar, sadra, dhruvapada, and so many other forms through his or her expression and abhinaya. Apart from this, in the Gat Bhav of Kathak, literally compositions are hidden which a dancer presents to her dance, expressing the emotion with her expressions like the Kaliya Daman, Govardhan Leela, Krishna Leela, Draupadi Vastraharan, Chirharan, and so. All this has a literature which the dancer does not speak in the form of words on the stage, but expresses it out through her expression. And for this, the knowledge of that particular episode has to be thorough and understood by the dancer, then only these expressions can come out. So, again and again we go back that reading and understanding of all epics, Puranas, Mahabharata, history of India, the sociology, all that is very cultural history of India, when who came to, because when you are connected with the court and when you are connected with the temple, how did this court grow, who was the king who supported, and all that will help you. So, reading must be a great habit with all dancers. Now, let us talk about the different kritis that go as the expressional part in Kathak. Pada, pada are the poetic compositions of poets in Hindi and some North Indian languages, Vraj Bhasha and such, and they are taken and acted out like those by Kabir, Tulsi, Mirabai, Raskhan, Rahim, Keshav Das, Bihari, Padamakar, Ghanananda, Dhruvadas, and so, and all these Ashtachap Kavis, Ritikal Kavis, and of course the padas of the contemporary poets. The chand in Hindi language are different from the chand of Kathak. The later are the poetic composition of poets that are performed in a stanza fashion in the poetic form and yati form. In music, savaiya means a rhythm of 1 1/4, while in Hindi literature, a savaiya is a composition on which the dancer expresses the bhav. In Kathak dance, doha is taken and is expressed out in a performance by itself or expressed prior to the performing a bhajan. In the traditional presentation of Kathak, it is a rule to perform a bhajan or a vandana prior to performing the actual dance, in which the dancer evokes prayer to the particular God Almighty. Kirtan is one in which the name of the Aradhya is repeated again and again. Such a performance is often seen towards the end of the Kathak reciter. Ghazal is a tradition that originated during the Mughal era, in which Urdu and Persian words are used. This is used to express the bhav in Kathak dance too. Thumri is an indispensable part of the Kathak most dancers conclude their performance with a thumri. Thumri is based on the male and female dancers' performers, while Kathak is also based on their acting. Thus, thumri helps performers prove their skills, talent, and effectiveness of their acting skills. Ashtapadi is a literary creation with 8 padas, for example, the Ashtapadi of Gita Govinda. Apart from this, the Ritikalin poets have also composed Ashtapadi in their poetry, on which many dancers perform. Chopai has 4 pada. It could be devotional or finery oriented. These chopais are fit into a poetic form and expressed in a very simplistic and smooth manner. If we focus on literary creations of Dadra, then its words are principally finery oriented, on which the dancer performs the Kathak. Sadara is a combined form of Dhruvapada and Khayal, and it is supposed to have 10 matras. Its words are finery and beauty oriented. In the current times, it is difficult to encounter performers who perform on Sadara. Dhamar, apart from being a type of tal, is also a type of song. It is supposed to have 14 matras, and Kathak dance can also be done on it. The aim of mentioning all these types of compositions to you and here is to simply clarify that the literary compositions taken for presentation in Kathak are of extremely high stature, and the presentation of these compositions is not bound by time. It is also to exhibit how the Kathak dance has taken into its fold the compositions that have been written and composed in different eras of time, and then its own, due to which its literature is very wide and extensive. So, I want you all to read the compositions, the pada, the ashtapadis in their original sources and understand them, the story content, not only the story outside, but the meanings in them, and then create your own meaning and your own reference to the dance when you dance. Okay, thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.